from it, destiny arrives all the same.
But now it's here, ladies and gentlemen. Mama said there'll be days, literally, just like this. Come on, baby. Stand tall or not at all. Come on with it. Yep. And as this room fill up, be sure to hit the like button. Smash upon the like button. Come on with it, baby. Mama said there'll be days literally like this. Or life like this. I wish raindrops would fall. Life like this, I wish. But there ain't no party like a cowboy party. What about a Law Nation's groove? From my studios to yours. Stand tall or not at all. The late night hype with Law Nation Sports. Come on with it. Yup. Brought to you by Frenkel and Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers. The law firm. 5, 4, 3, 2, and
Here we go.
Swallowed up.
Rex. And come on with it. Ah. Ah. What's good, man? Ain't no party like a cowboy party. Ain't no party like a Law Nation party. Come on. Hey, what's good with y'all, man? I threw my damn shoulder out doing all of that damn dancing. What's good with y'all, man? What's good with you, man? Shout out to you guys. Appreciate you, J Business, Spencer, No, IQ, appreciate you, bro. North of the border. Shout out to all of my brothers from north of the border. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, give me some of that tariff tax money, man. Give me some of that stuff. Baby, appreciate you. Stanley and Neil, man. Appreciate you, man. He says, man, shout out to you, man. Ha! As long as there's no Diddy party. Yes, okay, I appreciate you, man. Yeah. And on your way in, be sure to hit the like button. Share this content. There's a lot of people who hit me up with the Defensive Player of the Year deal. Pat Surtain, y'all know, Roll Tide. Put Roll Tide in the chat if you with my Alabama boys. But Pat Surtain won the Defensive Player of the Year. And he accumulated, 4 INTs, 2 forced fumbles or a forced fumble, something like that. Only allowed about 300 yards, something like that. And a lot of people were saying, hey, Law, shame on the NFL because Bland should have been MVP, right? The year that he had 6 pick sixes to the house, took it to the house or what have you. And he did allow some yards. He did allow about 600 to 700 yards, something like that. But there's another DB that allows that many yards every year. His name is Jalen Ramsey, right? Nobody really talks about yards allowed. And I get it. Jalen Ramsey may go up against the number 1 wide receiver and these sorts of things. But I just look at it like this. I don't want to say that the NFL committee and those with the votes just don't like the Cowboys. But I think that they pick on the Cowboys because they know if they don't select us, we'll be crying about it. We'll be talking about it, right? Just like the MVP thing, most valuable player. Now some of the Ravens fans are seeing what we went through last season, right? Like, shout out to Josh Allen, but in every category, Lamar Jackson is just better, right? In every stat category. But when you look at everything and they say, who's the most valuable player for said team? So when they made the argument that, hey, without Josh Allen, the Bills would not be able to win X, Y, Z games, right? And that's the thing that we all have to look at it. Without Dak Prescott, the Cowboys just don't win. Now, this season was a little bit different. Cooper Rush came in, and they won some games, right? But it wasn't really on the back of Cooper Rush, because when you look at the game, you can say, okay, X, Y, and Z played a factor. But there will still be people, especially those of the Cowboys community, that will say, hey, man, his touchdown to interception ratio was better. Cooper Rush is better than Dak. And we the only ones that do that, right? Because there was times even in Cincinnati land, I think the backup quarterback was named Browning, and they won some games without Joe Burrows. There was times, I'm old enough to remember, Lamar Jackson, he got hurt or what have you, and they brought in another brother named Huntley, and he went blow for blow with Burrow's team, right? And it took a Sam Herbert scoop and score to win that postseason game for the Bengals. If not, the backup quarterback for the Ravens would have beaten the Bengals, right? But that's a whole nother storyline. And yeah, SoCal, the D Woods, Darren Woodson, so many people, detractors, are saying, well, Law, yeah, Cali time, y'all good, baby, appreciate you, Cali is still early, so I know it's late, and all of my East Coast people. But when we talk about Darren Woodson, him being not selected for the Hall of Fame, the first detractors would be, for some strange reason, Eagles fans. They say, well, Dawkins was better, because he had X, Y, and Z factors. And I say, well, no, Dawkins is good, don't get me wrong. We liked him, playing for the Eagles, playing for Denver, and being on TV and stuff like that. And he was really good. I'm not taking that away from him. Brian Dawkins is his name, right? I'm not taking that away from him. But he played majority of his career in a different era. Right. So it's crazy. But, neither here nor there, Cowboy Nation and everybody that's listening, I just look at it like this. If we want to change the narrative, we got to change it by winning and winning and winning. As of right now, some of the people that root against the Chiefs, they're everywhere, right? They are flat out everywhere, to a degree that you got, when you win long enough, you become the villain. I forgot how that saying goes, but we have became the villains. People realize that they lost money, and now the quote unquote sob story, right? Something like that. And now you're seeing parts of that a little bit for the Chiefs. A lot of people are all out on, or all in on, trying to let the Eagles win, right? To a degree, whereas you got, this brother right here looking weird as hell, man. Debo, like Debo Samuel's out here wearing at the Super Bowl an A.J. Brown's jersey, right? Like where they do that at? And as they say, whose man is this? You know what I'm saying? Like, whose man is this? That's what the kids say these days. Whose man is this? Shit. That brother got on, what's going on with him, He look like, it's still late where.
He said, I'm tired of Cleveland, man. Y'all got to get me up out of here.
No. He didn't say that. But yeah, whose man is this, man? Like, come on, man. Let me pull up my other window. Hold on. Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. Hail Mary. Run quick, see. Look what we have here now. Yeah. All right, so now I got the comments up. Boom. Bear with me. I'm coming with a point here, Yeah, whose man is this, man? Rex, Hey, Debo. What's going on here? Belly bow, Belly bow. He look like he got another 1 or maybe 2 years in him. And he's going to fall off the face of this earth if he don't get that belly stuff together. He's too young to have a gut, You don't supposed to get your gut until you're like 33, 35, man. Debo built like you. He's 45, 55 around here. Like he going to say, hey, go to the store and give me them Newports, Looking like he drinks on those Seagram's gins over there. Philly, not you, brother. Not you, my brother. Appreciate you. Haters gonna be haters. Yeah. All right, so I know you guys ready for me to get to the point of all of this. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right on in to the conversations from within, right? And we're gonna get this show on the road. Appreciate everybody, man, for y'all support. Most of this stuff you guys already heard, but we're going to get it going the best way possible. But before we go into any details, I'm not going to talk about the Saquon Barkley wife or fiance using the N-word a couple of years back. Not even going to touch on that, but it is wow,
Sitting here with the greatest owner of all time. If I go out there and throw 10-plus interceptions, but I give you 40 touchdowns and give you a Super Bowl victory, and you can just cut my contract if I throw 10 interceptions and I don't get you a Super Bowl victory, what would you do with that player?
You know enough quarterback to know that if you've got those turnovers, then you don't want to have to be trying to work a way to win if you're throwing all those interceptions. Most important thing about a quarterback is not the big plays, it's not making the bad plays.
I'm so grateful to finally meet you, Jerry Jones. You are the greatest of all time.
No doubt.
I'm a fan of yours.
Thank you.
Now look at this. Jerry Jones, boy. That brother there, boy. Sheesh. Micah is drunk again. Did you see the video, Law? Yeah. Of him saying that they going to the Super Bowl or what have you. Bobby, Micah Parsons is a man of his own, and hopefully, those things can come true. I love what Parsons brings to the table. He does a lot of talking and
Take the money out! All of it! Come on! You're wasting my time now. Come on! Come on!
he said, wait. What did Saquon wife said? What? I ain't gonna go to Saquon. Okay, I touch on it just a little bit. All right, so basically. His Sweeze, his wife, she called, the Cheetah Girls, Cheetah Ninjas, Super Bowl bound Saquon Barkley's baby mama. Oh, my God, and faces backlashes over racist tweet. People can say it was a couple years ago. It was 2012. They've been dating or courting each other since 2016. But it is what it is, I say, man, this right here, why that couldn't be Jerry Jones or somebody if y'all want to get rid of him. Yeah. Sway Bay said, Law, would you swap Micah in a second rounder for Jalen Carter right now? I wish I had my button. Hell no, but I got this button out here.
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
Jeez. Yes, indeed, man. I would say this, though. I know they got Umar somewhere. Where Umar? There you go.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I knew Umar. Umar's coming,
Oh, no.
That boy said, no. But, people have their opinions on a lot of things, man, and it goes both ways, man, and it is what it is, man. I try to be fair and balanced with my approach, with all of this. But man, come on, man, why we can't ever get Jerry and them on that doggone conversation line? You know what I mean? But Jerry will never do that. Jerry, is a good guy, as they say. But I would say this: there is a guy who had a point about this, and let me see if I can find him right quick.
find any reason to cause controversy.
Let me see
A man is only as faithful as his options.
Yeah.
So here we are again. The internet trying to find any reason to cause controversy between a couple. We have Saquon Barkley's fiance, Anna. She has some old tweets pulled up from 2012 and 2013 where she was using the N-word in those tweets. Now, of course, this is going to cause controversy because people don't like the fact that Saquon Barkley is playing in the snow in the first place. They already feel like she's probably with him because he's good at football and because he makes a lot of money. And I'm here to tell you, leave Anna the hell alone. And I'm going to give Saquon Barkley a snow bunny pass.
What?
Because obviously that snow bunny that he just engaged before the Super Bowl is doing something right, because he had one of the best years that we've seen from a running back in recent times. He had 2,000 yards. He had the chance to become the all-time single season leading rusher, but he chose to put the Super Bowl first, and now he's headed to the Super Bowl to go up against the Kansas City Chiefs, and now y'all want to dig up some old shit like this. Why are people so miserable at home and hate to see the fact that Saquon Barkley has a beautiful family? When I see him hugging, kissing, and embracing his family before or after a game, I know that he's truly happy. And when I look at her, I can tell that she's down and rocking for him. She's been with him since he was at Penn State. They met in 2016. She was with him when he was dominating college football. He mentioned her name at the NFL draft. So to me, it seems like Anna is holding down Saquon Barkley, and she is doing something right, because he out there moving right. I got him on parlays, and y'all want to dig up some shit like this because y'all at home miserable and y'all don't have a man. Y'all better leave Anna alone. I'm going to give her a pass. It was in 2012, 2013, and one thing that I'm starting to realize about us is the fact that we are offended by everything but ashamed of nothing. I'm going to repeat that again.
Well, I think that's selective outrage, and I get the brother's channel or what have you, but he could have just left that topic alone. Like I was gonna leave that topic alone. I mean, he's talking. His nuts haven't dropped yet. He gonna have to do some push-ups. But at the end of the day, fella, sit this one out, dog. This is not the conversation for you, bro. At the end of the day, we get it. You reaching, but sit this one out, man. Go do some push-ups somewhere. That brother right there. All right, Bobby states that Myles wants. Let me get this right here. Where we go? Here we go right here.
Take the money out! All of it!
Myles wants a ring.
Wasting my time now. Come on!
Can't do that in Dallas, man. Here's the reason why I'm telling fella, maybe do some push-ups, get some voice classes, and get that voice down a little bit. Here's what I got, Selective outrage is a crazy thing, because it's cool to find things way in the past of what maybe others have said and use it against them. But for one individual, it's okay. No, counsel culture, we selective counseling folks, At the end of the day, she shouldn't have tweeted what she said. She wasn't a toddler at 2013 and 2012. She wasn't a baby. She was a grown woman. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. You can't guard people from one area and then use it against them on the other, So for whatever directions of hate that is just going to be projected upon her, that's just the price of being in a relationship and being famous. Unfortunately, Sopranos boys, CSI, I love it, man. Can't stand idiots. Oh my goodness, man, I'm gonna have to steal that one, Quack. Oh my goodness.
Take the money out!
Yeah, shoot. Long. If she said it in 2013, she is saying it in 2015. Yeah, 2025. Yeah, I can only imagine the role play. Saquon, run, naysayer, run. Oh my God. Run, naysayer, run. She be happy. Oh, my gosh, boy. You better run. I got these ropes and chains over here. Run, run. Oh my God! So, hey, he have every right. If they can pull up stuff on Bill Cosby from what he did in 1964, you know, when we were still saying free at last, yeah, thank God Almighty, free at last. Then they can pull up things on Anna. Come on with it. But she won. She won. She hit the lottery of life. She don't have to work another day. She don't have to go fold up no bed sheets. She don't have to go to the store. She don't have to do none of that stuff. Run, Saquon. Run, naysayer. Harder, naysayer. Before I get these ropes and handcuffs.
Yo, killing me with this.
But see, even with the R. Kelly thing, I truly believe like the people, the adults that drop the kids off at R. Kelly place, they should
Yo, killing me with this.
They should get some type of an arrest or something like that too. You know, law coming from Philly. Yeah, we need big offense offseason talking about Myles, Cup, and the drafting of the goods. Yeah. We definitely need to do that. Yeah, Anna, now you got ninja kids. How you feel about that? Knocked the rings out of her, didn't he? You know, got little Prescotts and Mahomes now. That's what they got. Oops, I said that out loud. I'm counseled now. All right, but neither here nor there. Let's get back to the topic at hand here, and that topic was we need to push for Myles. Not Moreau, Garrett. Yes, I'm going to continue to push for it. Let's listen to it.
I like to see him in Dallas, but like, I don't know if we got the money for him.
So no. Hold on. Wait a minute now, because I know you ready to get paid. I know that. Would you consider maybe taking just a little tad less if you knew you would be playing opposite of Myles Garrett?
Oh, 100%.
You're a team player.
Yeah, 100%.
It's like meet at the quarterback.
Yeah, will he take less too?
Oh, now that's the key. That's the key, because both will have to kind of, take less to make it happen. So, Jerry, you should throw that out to Jerry. I know you talked to Jerry.
Nah, we would definitely have to make that happen.
Yeah, let Jerry know. Like, Jerry, what's up, man? I want to get paid. I don't mind. If we can make this happen, let's do it.
As long as he let me be a little bit higher than him.
Because you're younger.
I'm younger.
That's the caveat.
Yeah. That's a Super Bowl winning line.
Myles Garrett.
Come back home. You train in Dallas anyway.
All right, so we can push this one. All I can say is when we push in these type of things, it comes with consequences. It comes with repercussion. We pushing for Myles. Who we pushing out for him? What are we willing to give up for him? What can we get in return? And will there be something that will be agreed upon as far as monies? Because at one point, I was rolling with Micah, and then I said, nah, because he ain't really meaning that. Because he said, well, I still got to get more than him. I still got it because I'm younger. So what is considered more? 35 million, 36? And then if you are alpha male like Myles Garrett, this is your last hoorah. This is your last big money that you can get. And the NFL stands for not for long. There's research and studies been made that 82%, and I think the number is up to 84 now, of NFL players are flat-footed, broke 4 years after they retire. They broke. Bobby, thank you, man. Boy, Bobby, you got all that money over there, boy. You sending all that money to us.
Take the money out, all of it.
Taking it all out, man. Appreciate it for the $2 holler. No one wants to go to Dallas right now. Y'all tripping or you tripping. Yeah, plenty of people want to be in Dallas. Plenty of people wants to be here. The reason why I say that is because Derrick Henry wanted to be here. And Derrick Henry lamented the fact that he will be willing to take a pay cut, but out of shyness or the fear, yeah, that's what I'm going to say, the fear of being rejected caused the Cowboys not to even give him a phone call. How many people like that? King K, Posey, Seabass, Lola, whatever Lola wants, Lola gets, you know. How many people see something that they want? It can be a bad one. Ooh, baby. But out of the fear of being rejected, the no, or I got someone else, you let that pass you by. Rejection is a real thing. The fear of rejection is a real thing. And sometimes the Cowboys might have thought that, hey, Derrick Henry, he's going to be worth so much money. We don't even want to entertain that. And they didn't give him a call because they didn't want to be embarrassed. They didn't want to waste their quote-unquote time. They didn't want to crunch the numbers. That's the difference between working and operating out of comfort too versus when you hungry and you want something so bad, shoot, you'll make the sacrifice. Shoot, man, been so hungry, man, food fall on the floor. That piece is too good for that to let go. Shoot, God made dirt. Dirt don't what? Y'all put it in the chat. Yeah. And I'm from Mississippi. We would eat some dirt at that. You know, we would get a bucket of dirt. We'll eat dirt. You got to shoot your shot. But you got to be hungry enough to be willing to eat that. You know, that's just what it is. Yeah. So, yeah, God made dirt and dirt don't hurt. The 3-second rule. It could be 4.5 seconds. Boy, we still scoop that up, man. Shoot. Hey, man, why you eat that dog? You nasty, man. I'm hungry, man. I ain't hungry no more. If the dog can eat it off the floor, I can eat it off the floor. Hi. What kind of dog you is? A hungry dog. Yeah. Been rejected many a times, right? You just, look, Matt Batten, you know, been rejected many a times. All you have to do is think with this. I'm just closer to my yes, right? You know, every no should be your vitamin. Every door, every floor. So I want, and I behoove the Cowboys to just shoot the shot, see what he can say. Hey, he might say, hey, you know what? I'll play for dog water, man. You know, I grew up loving this team with the silver and blue and star on the side of the helmet. I would love to see that 9-5 on my chest and get out here and try to be something. We are much more than a conqueror, right? A real man want to conquer something. Well, you want to go to a team that's winning. Well, try to win here in Cowboys land. Yeah. That's harder than the damn Cleveland Browns. Why? How you know, Law? In 30 years, we haven't been to where even the Cleveland Browns been in 30 years and 30 seasons. They at least been to the AFC championship game. We haven't even been there. So let that sink in, you know. Yeah. We the last one standing, the Lone Star State. Yeah. And this is what Jerry Jones and Jerry on here, dog. It look like, dog. You ever seen those vultures flying around and they know something is about to die? Man, look, Jerry on his last leg.
Just wanted to get your impressions of watching Jayden Daniels this season and what you thought of him on the field.
Well, want to get sick when I think the Cowboys have got to play him twice a year for the rest of his career. I would say this, that we played him pretty good in Washington, and we played him pretty good for a half when we got him down to Dallas. But he's a great talent, unique. I'm glad to have him in the National Football League. And frankly, really, I like the idea of competing as we look forward for years ahead against the Redskins. I'm a big fan of Washington as a great football town. And so anything that would help make that more substantive in Washington, I'm all for. Cowboys will find a way to slip in and get a bread of crumbs or so.
Thank you so much.
That boy said a bread of crumbs. And I don't know what that dot is on his nose. I hope all is well, you know. But Jerry, this must be the insert of the secret serum, you know, to keep him alive. But Bobby, man, what's going on?
Take the money out, all of it. Come on. You're wasting my time now. Come on. Come on.
He states here, Jerry low on money. Dank is a new cheerleader. Dank. Who's Dank? Appreciate you, Bobby. Appreciate you so much for your support. Yeah, the Rudolph bump. Is indeed. Yeah. But this is we almost finished with most of this, but it is what it is. Come on with it.
The biggest business was always the Dallas Cowboys business. I mean, sports media, we all see it. You talk about the Cowboys. Why do they talk about the Cowboys? Because the most amount of people watch whenever the Cowboys are being talked about. Like, that's like the TV science is what they say behind the scenes. So everything that Jerry's built, everything the Cowboys have become is certainly a absolute marvel whenever it comes to business-wise and branding-wise and everything like that. But I think there's some that's potentially holding them back. You know, I think there's some you know, like the tours around the facility whenever they're practicing or whenever they're working out. Like, that just seems counterproductive. That just feels like it is a little counterproductive. Now,
to be fair, I know that Dalton Schultz reported that to Pat McAfee, right? And Pat McAfee, you know, he's too young to look like somebody threw some hot rocks in his face. What's all them dots on that man's face, man? What's going on with these guys, man? How old Pat McAfee is? Y'all put it in the chat. He ain't that old. He looking older than Jerry now. But here's what I got to say. If you ever did the tour at the Star in Frisco, there's a lady and a few other security folks that first and foremost, you are not allowed to pull out your cameras and things like that. They tell you, no, right? And then on top of that, they have this thing where it's a guided tour. You're not able to freelance and do all of this other stuff. You got to walk in a single file line and things like that. So all of that tapping on the glass, you're not allowed to do that. So it was a story that was hogwash, you know. So I hope that people understand that some of the people, if you can't perform at practice, when somebody just walking through, you won't be able to perform when it's a live action football game. That's all I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? Matt Batten said, "Law roasting people tonight. I love it." No, I'm just worried about him, man. You got to take some collagen pills. Take a little collagen pill, they'll fill those fillers in. You know what I'm saying? And lay off whatever he's doing. That's all I'm saying. You know, that's all I'm saying about Pat McAfee. Shout out to him. You know, I'm just saying, I'm just calling it out for what I'm seeing over here. You know, I'm just saying. And I ain't no spring chicken myself. I'm getting wrinkles and scratches and scrapes all over my face too. But I'm just saying, what are those? What are those? What are those? Member for 43 months, Lady Jessica, appreciate you.
Take the money out, all of it. Come on. You're wasting my time now. Come on.
Appreciate you, Lady Jessica. That's a long time, 43 months, man. Come on.
It's obviously different to be a Cowboy. There's going to be a lot of distractions. You're going to be on prime time all the time. But just like random people walking through building while you're trying to work is wild to me to think about. But I know it brings in $11 million a year. The biggest business.
No doubt. And that's the biggest business, man. All right. Oh, and Anthony Davis, man, AD for all of the Mavs fans, MFFL. Appreciate y'all, man.
Obviously, emotional day, first game here.
Put a little basketball in this conversation.
Just from the standpoint of being with a new team, first time putting the uniform on. So a lot of emotions before game time and to play. Just leg got tight, like a little spasm. Just can't.
Man, that's crazy, man. They get AD, and he suffered a minor injury of his groin in the first half. That was crazy. But the Mavs won today. And shout out to the one eyebrow guy, man. What's going on? I'm playing with you. Shout out to AD, though. Man, that dude, man. Have you ever seen that movie Unbreakable and Mr. Glass? That's him. That's him, Mr. Glass. Jeez. That's him. That's him, Mr. Glass. But there was a video that I did earlier today, man. I thank everybody for watching it. And let's get to the Cowboys content, man. I appreciate everybody for tuning in and being part of these episodes. The video was DJ Giddens, and I think that he would probably be one of the guys that we're going to have to take a look at for the 2025 draft. I think that he can fall somewhere in the later rounds. He's more quick than he is fast, in and out of his reads as it relates to his running lane. Got good plant foot. He get upfield pretty well. And let me not spoil you with all of that of me talking about it. Let me just show it to you. Let's look into the film. In this video, we're looking at DJ Giddens. First and foremost, he's 6'1", 213 pounds, give or take. And he is a workhorse back with great vision, patient feet. Don't have breakaway speed, but he got short area quickness, bounces out of his releases on his runs. Steps is pretty good, catch out of the backfield as well. And I think that since the Cowboys picked up the offensive line coach that coached him in K-State, this would be probably a no-brainer. He ran behind Cooper Beebe. He's very familiar with the structure of what the offensive line coach would like to bring to the table, and that's Connor Riley. So when you look at this guy, he's a workhorse back. You can't get him down with an arm tackle. And right. He's springy, kind of like a Le'Veon Bell type of patience. Look into his running technique and style in this particular draft as a mid-round draft pick for a team. He got that sprinter speed that can get up inside, and he kind of runs high. But he can get away with it because of his size, and he finished all of his runs. And you can see, and when he gets to the edge, it's all fun. Look at BB right there. Look at BB. Look at my guy. But, when you look at everything and you say to yourself, what type of back that the Cowboys need, I think they need a dual back, a dual threat. They need a back that can catch out of the backfield, that can block backs, that can run in between the splits, whether it's A gap, B gap. And you need someone that is willing to be a workhorse as well. And Giddens brings all of that to the table. Look at his patience run. He just make nothing out of something, and he's able to get upfield with cat-like quickness. Now, breakaway speed, he still get caught. Yeah, he got caught right there. Hey, y'all saw that? The brother got hawked down, So that's the difference, man. The other running back named Genty, you ain't catching him like that. He just somehow get into another burst, but neither here nor there. But neither here nor there. Can he run counters? Can he run zones? GT yes, count. And watch how patient he is with this. Reading, and then get that arm off of me, spin off of him. Yeah. Let's get it. And he's able to squeeze it down in there for a touchdown. This play is so good. Let's watch it again. His patience and his vision, this is what allowed that. And of course poor tackling, but he's already setting up. He got his eyes up front, patient feet. He's setting it up now. I'm not going to be impatient and try to shoot this gap. I'm going to slowly jab my foot, put his plant foot in there. Okay, plays with leverage, swing up out of it. 22, I believe, over pursuit. That's everything. You can't get that kid down with an arm tackle. And we will be looking at a lot of film this offseason as it relates to these running backs. But the reason why, and you guys can check out the fullness of this video on my YouTube, and I think I got it on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, so appreciate everybody for tuning in. The fullness of it is that when you look at a running back, their main purpose is to gain yards, to move the chain. But it is to also, believe it or not, speed the game up and keep your defense off the field. So because when you run the ball, time is ticking, and on top of that, it's resting your defense if you are able to move the ball. Now, the things that I do like about this kid is that if you could sneak around and get him in the latter rounds, it can work to this level. He's familiar with Connor Riley. He's familiar with, to a degree, Cooper Beebe. And I think, him and Deuce was on the team at the same time at one point. So not saying that both of those boys can run the ball at the same time, but familiarity is a real tangible thing. And when you get to know something and you know of things, right, it would not be the unknown. Now, there's known knowns and there's known unknowns. But when you get to a core of a situation that you know something, that's all that you do, then guess what? It will work out for you, not against you. And speaking of that, if you really get into a jam and you want to call someone that knows something, shoot, I got you.
It starts from the first phone call. Most of the time, you're going to talk to Gene Burkett, a 30-year partner. You're not going to talk to some employee that just got put on the phones that day.
There are things that are so crucial, especially if it's a cataclysmic event, to have our experts get out and look at the vehicle, witness statements, photos, the whole thing.
Call Frenkel first.
Chosen by the people, feared by the insurance companies. Call Frenkel first.
That's 214-817 and all of the threes your heart can dial. Now, we talked about knowledge. Knowledge is power. And when you know something, and power is energy, right? So when you know it, meaning that there's nothing new under the sun, hear me out. But knowledge is power, and power is energy. So I'm finna tie this all in for you. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It can only be transferred, right? Ooh, somebody slap your neighbor. So I'm finna transfer this energy of knowledge to you. If you are in a car wreck, if you are in a jam, the slams, reach out to Frenkel and Frenkel personal injury lawyers. And they have the knowledge over 100 years of combined experiences to direct you in the right pathway. Come on with it. So with that being said, if you can't call that number, go to FrenkelFirm.com and they will be able to help you out in those factors too. That's Frenkel and Frenkel personal injury lawyers. And if y'all want to transfer your knowledge to me, you can hit me up. On the late night hype conversation. 657-390-7391 is the hotline for your mind. Now, we were talking about knowledge and being transferring from one to another. Now, Shotty is a guy that basically, he installed most of the plays. He installed most of the information for the nation here. So that's why when we pull this up, give me 1 second here, my guy who won multiple Super Bowls was speaking on it. Here you go.
Cowboys. Well, I think he's an outstanding football coach. He's got, a great history as far as being in the league. And the other thing is, I think Brian was a big part of putting together the game plans with Mike McCarthy. And so I think that had a lot to do with him getting the head coaching job.
And how do you think last Cowboys question for me is just your breakup with Jerry back in the day and Luka being.
No, if you talk about that trade, but I just want to be able to let you guys know that's Jimmy Johnson thoughts on Brian Shoddy. All right, Sampson says for the $4.99, the world been testing our manhood, and I'm not okay with that. I'm trying to see if we have a set of balls, no filter. Well.
Money out, all of it. Come on. You're wasting my time now. Come on. Come on.
The best way to test anyone manhood as relates to football is your offensive line work. It got to be gritty. They set the tone. Your running back that completes it. Everything else, you'll be considered a finesse team if you can't do that on offense. If down in the trenches, if you can't set the tone, right? That's why Brock Hoffman was good. There are plays, and I wish I had time to go back and just pull upon those plays, and I can show you. I can flat out show you that after the play, Brock Hoffman is still laying on the player, still tugging and pulling on the opposition because he's setting the tone. Now on defense, your front seven ultimately set the tone. Whether they leaning on you, whether they pushing, they are hitting you after the play, they talking to you, you got to be able to do that. Yeah, so if you don't, then you're a finesse team. You can win pretty and cute all day, but you will be a finesse team. The 2000, what was the 99 Rams? You know what broke them? You know what, you guys, y'all know what broke them? The Patriots. Shout out to Ty Law and all of those boys. They broke them. They was a finesse team. Yeah. Isaac Bruce, all of the guys there. Finesse. They was hitting them boys way after the play, and they got physical with them, knocked them off of their perfectly ran routes. Never heard of them again. 1 year wonders, right? All right, I got a first caller here from the 903 with a good message for us. Lady Jessica, you're live on the Nation, brought to you by FrenkelFirm.com.
Hello, PBO. How's everybody doing this Saturday?
Mm-hmm.
Good to see y'all. Like I said, we got new coaches. We got coaches that know how to utilize this team. It's time to let the boys cook and go get what Dak need, and let's go win. One team, one sound, working together as one team.
Right.
And doing what we need to do and executing one game at a time.
Right.
And go into this draft and get what Dak need. Get what the defense need. Make sure we got a strong bodies on that O-line to protect our one and only quarterback, because we see what happened when Dak goes down.
Yeah.
Who step up? Who step up? Y'all want to say this and that and that, but without that, this team season be over every time. So it's time to support our quarterback, our team, and our coaches. Y'all ask for new coaches. Y'all sitting up here with all of this different shoulda, coulda, woulda. Mike McCarthy is gone.
You gone.
Now it's time to support who we got, and let's see what they got. And I believe it's our time. So it's time to shine. It's time to rise up from the ashes and go get that number 6 Super Bowl 25-26 football season. Let's go.
Let's
How
go.
about them Cowboys?
Woo, we appreciate you, Lady Jessica. Yeah, they're more like a statement. Like, she made it. You guys, let's get behind the quarterback. Let's get behind the team. Let's put pieces around so this guy can excel, right? This is need versus want in this draft. We got a lot of holes on this team. We do. and in different areas, you get what I'm saying? So in order for us to fill in those holes so we won't go into the draft hungry, we got to understand, okay, who's on our staff now? What do they do best? We got White Cotton. He works well with the defensive line and down in the trenches. We got Clayton Adams, who's going to be assisting on calling the plays. And I promise you, we will not be hearing you install it, you call it type of stuff. No, that's when you working together, it's supposed to be together. Team. That's what it is. Team. Together, everyone achieves more. That's what team breaking down is, right? So when I heard the statements of the past of Mike McCarthy saying, nah, if Kellen Moore installed it, he called it, right? So he allowed, I'm not beating up Mike McCarthy nor Kellen Moore, but this shows the levels of that we were not operating on the same page. If the kitchen is on fire, I'm not finna sit back with my arms folded and watch that thing burn down. As a leader, as a person with experiences, knowing with the knowledge that cannot be created nor destroyed but only transferred, I need to step into the gap and put the fire out so we can continue to win. But when there are divides within the confines of the coaching room, I got a chance to talk to a person that's very close to this team that was in those rooms, and he said that the offensive line, one of the things that they didn't do when Mike McCarthy was here, the offensive line, they all didn't go out together and hang out as a unit. They didn't do that. So when there's issues that's beyond football, when it's time to be down in the trenches, when it's time to develop and do things, they don't know how to get it out of the mud. And the reason why they got it there, because they was divided. And we talking about this team, the Dallas Cowboys. And we heard it. So what ultimately happened, and hear me out, is just when the head coach finally got that freedom papers, right, to say, I fought like all get out to get the play calling duties back, and I'm going to do it my way. And what I say is it's going to go my way. And when it was time for someone else to say, hey, man, that kitchen on fire, instead of listening, he gave a hard no. I got this. Hey, you might want to flip that, Mike. Nah, I got this. Mike, I said I got this. I'm going to call my own plays. And that's a problem. And the people that get hurt by this the most are us fans. And I hate to hear this when it's all said and done, you know. It takes a collective to win. You're going to see tomorrow. It takes a collective to win, not a one individual. But you can lose a game with one individual, but you can't win the game with one individual. Ain't that something that's crazy how that world work? You got to be on the same page. And it goes to show you that in 2021 and 2022, seeing the kitchen on fire and refusing to put it out because of egos is a crazy villain. It's a crazy villain. Write this down. Egos, edging God out, right? Oh, he installed the plays, he gonna call them. But hey, you don't want to advise him? Nope. Because he gonna get all the credit. Man, we in the same house, man. So there's inter-wars within wars. Jerry versus Steven. At that time, Kellen Moore versus Mike. Mike versus his feelings. Mike McCarthy versus his insecurities. Let me tell y'all something with insecurities, what it would do before I let the next call on. What insecurities will ultimately do, it will have you sounding like this guy right here.
Man, pick up the phone, Shawty. God damn, Shawty, you be stressing me the fuck out, man. I'm sick of this shit, man. Sometimes, bro, I wish I would never met you, bro. I wish I would have just kept going with my life and never met you. I should never said nothing to you. Shawty, if I knew you were going to straighten me out like that, I would have gone on with my life, bro. I'd be living a single life, happy as fuck. But now I'm sitting right here sad, mad, and got that damn near crying because of you, bro. And these niggas over here calling me Timber. Come on, I can't stop blowing your phone up. Damn, Shawty, you be making me look stupid as fuck, man. Why the fuck I had to meet you, bro? I cannot wait till I get over you, Shawty. As soon as I get over you, I'm going to celebrate, Shawty. I swear I hate this shit, man. This shit lame as hell. And I know you see me calling you. I know you over there with your bald-head ass friend. Y'all over there laughing at me because y'all see me calling your phone, bro. Y'all be making jokes shit. You active on social media, but you can't pick up the phone. When I call from private, you down there pick up the phone. When I call from my number, you don't want to pick up the phone, bro. You lame as fuck, bro. Fuck, bro. You be scratching me out, bro. Fuck these niggas, but I don't care what they talking about, bro. That shit lame, bro. I just want to talk to you. I just want to hear your voice so it calm my nerves, man. For real, man. Every time I talk to you, baby, I swear to God, it make my day better. It calm my nerves, bro. I be going through so much shit, bro. Man, I just lost 2,000 in a dice game. These niggas just hit me. I don't stressed out, and I just want to talk to you, bro. But I know you ain't going to talk to me because you know I just told you I lost in the dice game. But as soon as I say I won in the dice game, I bet you pick the fuck up because you know I'm going to buy you something. Come on, man. That shit ain't, man, pick up the phone.
That's love right there. I feel that pain. Man, and y'all laughing, but some of y'all in that situation right now, right? Some of y'all in that situation right now, you know. yeah. And you can feel it in his voice because he's just, man, I lost him $2,000. Pick up the phone, girl. Pick up the phone. I just want to hear your voice. She's sending that man the damn voicemail, laughing and keying with her bald-headed friend. You know, it's just crazy, you know. And that's insecurities. That's, hey, I'm not sure myself. I need some help. That's where we been at, you know. Yeah, so, man, it gets like that. You know, some of y'all, you know, they spent that money on the wrong thing spent. But that's how love will have you like that, you know. You pick up the phone, please. Adam, man, from the 623, you're live on the Nation. Talk to me.
And some people who are in their insecurities or who it is happening to, they don't know that it's happening to them until it's too late.
That part too. Ooh, that part hurt right there. Oh my God.
Yeah. Some people don't know that they're in it until it's too late.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like being led by a poison fruit. You don't know it's poison. Like, you can't distinguish what's poison and what's good for you until you take a bite, and then the consequences don't hit you till later on.
Right. Ooh, you speaking some words right there of truth. Yep.
You know, and there's this saying in scripture. You know how we're talking about physicality and
right.
all that.
Mm-hmm.
They say your strength is not tested during the easy times. It's tested through the tough times. That's where physicality will be tested. Is when we face another physical team.
Yep.
Whether or not our guys who are so-called physical are going to be physical in those games.
Yep.
So, you know, like our Lord and Savior, the Lord, he had them fast for 40 days and go out to the wilderness because why? Because he wanted to show that he was humble and obedient to the Creator, in which he passed on all cylinders. And that's ultimately what we're going to have to go through some point in the season, this upcoming season, is going through those days where it's easy to prepare us for the physical games that are to come down the year. Because this upcoming schedule, it's brutal. We got some physical teams on our schedule that are coming to play, and they're coming with it. So this whole we love our guys, we like our guys approach, it's just all you're doing is just replacing. All you're doing is replacing nice stuff with cheap stuff. That's all we've been doing for these past few years, is replacing nice stuff with cheap stuff. So, you know, in 2021, we burned down the kitchen, but instead of learning from our mistakes, we replaced what we thought caused the mistakes, even though it was ourselves.
Oh boy, you You telling the truth right there. And mental toughness and being able to be challenged is a real one, right? And even though, you know, since you went to the biblical aspect of it, you know, there was a guy that was in the book named John. He walked and he saw the miracles of Jesus. And he saw all of those things. But when he was locked up in prison for a long time, he was like, look, let me just write a letter to and get this message out to him and ask him, is he really the one? Why did he say that? It's because he knew that he probably wouldn't have been able to get out of there. And the world looked like it was turning on him. And the things that he was walking with him with began to dissipate from his mindset. So when he got the message back to him, he said, wait a minute. Well, tell him, did I make the lame walk? Did I make the blind see? Was he with me when I did all of them things? Have he forgotten the things that I was able to do, right? So sometimes your mental toughness and the things that you went through got to be recalled upon a time when you remember. But if you never went through those things, guess what? Guess what gonna happen, Adam?
What?
You're gonna not be able to pull from him, you know, because if he didn't get a chance to see that this guy was able to make the blind see, the lame walk, you know what I'm saying, and this guy was able to do X, Y, and Z things, then he wouldn't have been able to pull those things and fight through the tough spot that he's in. So what I'm saying is that these 53 guys that we're gonna have on this team, if they don't get this stuff out of the mud during the offseason, if they don't work and sweat with blood and tears, if they don't get it out and challenge each other, right, the right and proper way, when it's time for them to go through that hardship, right, when it's time for them to cross the burning sands of life, if they can't pull from that, then guess what?
We're going to be in the same predicament as we were before in the past 30 years.
For the past 30 years. Boy, I love how we tied all of this in. Appreciate you for calling in, Adam. You're a real one, bro. Appreciate
much love to you, man. Take it easy. How about them Cowboys?
How about them? Yes, indeed. Boy, I see a calling on Adam's life, man. Call that in right there. Yeah. Became a member, boy. Cowboys execution, man.
Take the money out, all of it. Come on.
Yeah.
You're wasting my time now. Come on.
Yeah. Come on, man. Appreciate you, buddy. Recluse said, boy, we having Bible study now. Now somebody pass the collection plate around. I got the A31 you live on the nation, brought to you by FrenkelFirm.com. Talk to me, man.
My man, Law Nation, blessings to you and to Cowboy Nation. Great conversations, great topics.
Right.
So I got a few things in mind. Law. So hear me out. Hey, listen. Even though Schottenheimer has been gotten a lot of negativity and not a lot of love, yes, I understand. We did not get the big splash. We did not go for the big name. Yada yada. Bottom line is, who knew that a young McVay, a Shanahan, and a LaFleur were going to become good coaches? We did not know that.
Right.
So here's this young man who has been in football since he's been a kid, from his father all the way down. All of a sudden, I mean, hey, listen, look at the people he's bringing in. He's bringing in teachers, coaches, good coordinators. I mean, I really love the direction of the staff he's assembling together. He's not worried about if that next coach is as good, if not better than he is.
Right.
He wants to bring in the right coaches to try to change the way we do things, change the culture. The press conference he had, Law, would you agree or disagree that, I mean, hey, listen, I mean, the things that he said, I mean, I understand we're still going to wait on results, and it's all going to come down to that. At the end of the day, though, I liked what I saw in Schottenheimer. He has a presence about him. He has that something. The last time I remember we had a head coach on the sidelines that myself as a fan felt confident about and was good enough to elevate you to win maybe 2-3 games in the season as a coach, X's and O's, in game management was Jimmy Johnson. Maybe Bill Parcells, maybe.
Right.
Other than that, who we've had on the sidelines, with all due respect, they just haven't, they don't have a presence. They don't have this command, this respect, if you will. So, so I'm kind of, I think the young lady who called earlier and said, hey, let's give this guy a shot. I mean, hey, listen, it's not his fault that he was promoted. And you never know. You never know that he comes in with the right type of mindset, the right coordinators under him, and he has a structure in place. And lastly, I'll say this. If you asked a Cowboy fan, maybe the last year, last several years, if you will,
right?
Can you identify what our identity is on offense? I don't think they had an answer.
Yeah, they didn't. They don't.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct, Law. So with Schottenheimer in a short little press conference, he was asked point blank a specific question on who they want to be.
Right.
And he answered very specific.
Right.
This could be that kind of a power run offensive, that's going to really help Dak. Because the last time Dak Prescott was successful was when he had a really good running game.
Yeah.
What are you thinking, Law?
Yeah. All of the things you saying is right on the money, especially with the area of the unknown. But at least this guy is telling us this is going to be our game plan, right? And everybody have a plan until you get punched in the face. I get that. But now we can see it being telegraphed. We can see him literally going out there getting a Clayton Adams, right? And not just getting the Clayton Adams was a creme de la creme for us, right? But he also went and got Connor Riley. Man, been running top 10 offenses in the college level for the last 2 years. Just already familiar with Cooper Beebe, already, been able to have a running back the 2 years that he's been doing that because he was the offensive coordinator, he was the offensive line coach and got promoted to being the offensive coordinator. There are literally people at K-State that was crying that he's gone now, you know what I'm saying, because they didn't want him to leave. They saw the growth aspect that he was able to do. Now that's in our house, right? We retain Lunda Wells. For every you are only as strong as your weakest link. And by us having Jeff Blasco not to beat him up, the kid just didn't know football like that on running situations. And he didn't even have the resume. But now we got people like Derek Foster who got the resume, who been through the trenches, who learned, right? Not saying that we got all of these things that we're going to go straight to the Super Bowl. There's going to be some growing pains and things of that nature, but we are shooting at the right direction, and you 1,000% right with everybody got to start somewhere, right?
100, Law. 100. Everything you're saying. I mean, that is just a direct correlation of those of us, at least, who have some sense of hope and are thinking positive in a positive way. I mean, we could easily be here saying, okay, you know what? It could have been prime time. It could have been this coach. It could have been Belichick. It could have been, et cetera. I mean, we can keep going on that. Here was a golden opportunity for Jerry Jones, potentially, making one of his last hires, and why not bring in a big name? It's the Dallas Cowboys. But you know what? Hey, it didn't work out that way. Also, another thing that many people may know or may not know, Law, is here's I'm saying Marty Schottenheimer. I'm sorry, Brian Schottenheimer.
Yeah.
Here he is. He was behind the scenes. Did we not know, as a Cowboy fan base, that he was the one that was orchestrating, helping Dan Quinn kind of diagram and coming to Dan on a weekly basis, saying, okay, this is how the offense is going to attack your defense.
Right.
Here's some suggestions. And then here he is coming to the offensive side and trying to, have some information for McCarthy in terms of if we recall that 49er game when what was it, Dak and CD who came after the game and went straight to McCarthy and said, hey, listen, this offense is stagnant.
Right.
We got to do something. Well, from what I heard was that Brian was one of the guys that went in there to bat along with Dak and them and saying, hey, listen, things got to change.
Things got to change.
Some motion. We got it right. So, but then again, I heard you earlier say that he was shot down, and because of somebody who McCarthy, who seemed like maybe he was a little bit insecure of like, no, this is my way, this is what I'm going to call, this is what I'm going to do, rather than, hey, listen, here's another set of eyes trying to inform me of things that we can do to kind of modify. So, here's
the thing. In short of that, absolute power corrupts absolutely, and the thing is, the reason why I said that way is because Mike McCarthy already been down that way, whereas he lost power with Kellen Moore. Right. And even though Shotty was right, he was like, I'm not finna relinquish my power and give it back to him. When I fought for 3.5 years to get this spot that I'm in right now, I can't give it up freely. So no, even though that is good advice, and he still look out for him, even in the interview. He said, hey, I helped prepare Shotty for the interview for this Dallas Cowboys job, right? And because that's a favor for a favor. Marty, his father, helped him get on. You know what I'm saying? So it's a full circle, but sometimes with the lack of, insecurity, Mike McCarthy, regardless what anybody will say, self-preservation always kick in, and he would rather keep his job opposed to losing it that way. You know what I mean?
I hear you. I hear you loud and clear.
Appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate it. One last thing, Law, if I may.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Our 2025 season, our schedule. I'm assuming you've looked at it. Let me tell you, that's a brutal schedule next year. So, right. I mean, it's going to be a tough road for Brian Schottenheimer. But, hey, listen, if we can at least come out, if we can form a culture like he said he wants to do, and he can establish an identity on this football team, when you're going to ask somebody, what is your identity on offense or defense or who we are, if we can do that, I can live with that. And we can move forward.
Yeah.
Have a blessed day, my man.
Man, you as well, man. A great call from him. Yes, indeed. And good points, This is a year-to-year league. Dr. Q, hold tight. You next. This is a year-to-year league. No one saw that the Browns were going to be the Browns this season, right? Browns last season was considered a juggernaut team, right? That was only going to get better. And they fell flat on their faces this year. And it shows, like, far as the records and things like that. And I get it. No one knows, like, this is a year-to-year league. It's about 45 to 50%. I think the number is almost 60% turnover on players. So you're only keeping about 40% of your players from year to year. We got 26 free agents here on this team. So it's not going to be the same team. This is a different team year to year. Supposed to be parity in the league, right? So, and some teams figure out ways to keep majority of their players if they're smart and crafty enough. But it's a very high turnover league, and it's built that way. And all coaches start off from somewhere. And he brought that up on the first part of the call and had me to pull up this right here. I think this was the 2011 Washington team or the 2012 Washington team. Y'all can help me out with that. But here's that team. You can better see the picture there. Let's see if I can correct the picture here. Hold on. Let me do it another way. Because you can't see the top of their heads. Hold on. And pause is necessary, All right, so that team had Kyle Shanahan, offensive coordinator, Matt LaFleur, quarterbacks coach. Sean McVay, tight end coach. Mike McDaniels, wide receiver coach. Raheem Morris as a defensive back coach in 2012 through 2013. So this was the 2011, 2012-ish team right here. All of those boys are head coaches. And they couldn't get it done when they was there in Washington, right? So what I'm saying is, what I'm getting at is that you just never know. And of course, some people got some advantages before others. But there have been a lot of time people been banging on the table for the Shanahan tree. And y'all wonder why they play the Cowboys really tough. Because we dog walked them boys. The Cowboys are the reason why these boys got fired or elevated to another job, and et cetera, right? Or the reason why they go on now. They head coaches now, right? Yeah. So that goes to show you, in a little pop quiz, two of these guys on these pictures are brothers. You know what I'm saying? Two of them are brothers, We know Raheem Morris is one of them. Can you point out the other brother according to the NFL Rooney Rule? But that's neither here nor there. Shoot, somebody need a DNA test, but there's a whole nother storyline, But what I'm saying is, you just never know of what can be down the line for any of these particular guys. And I'm not saying that Shoddy 4 or 5 years from now is going to be considered a hot topic as relates to coaching. You know what I'm saying? But I have my guy here that's been waiting patiently from the 210 UN, Dr. Q. Talk to us.
Hey, what's going on, Brother Laura, man? Just sitting here. Enjoying the show, man. Really enjoyed the last two callers' points. And you are correct, man, with the Washington Redskins. I know they had a squad with my brother-in-law and the late Sean Taylor and all them guys, man. They had everything in order, and they still couldn't get it done.
Couldn't get it done.
But couldn't get it done, bro. The caller was right, man. We pick up the AFC West next year and the NFC Central. All of them made the playoffs except for Chicago and the Raiders. Those are the only two teams out of the division that didn't make the playoffs. All of them have real damn good coaches. So it's going to be brutal. So the only thing that I would say, and I've said this a couple times, is you got to make changes for this thing to work. You have to give Will McClay the credit card, bro. You got to go and get some veterans. That's you're not going to win. I'm going to say it again. You're not going to get to the Super Bowl with just the draft. That's just not going to happen. And so I say that to say this: when you rely on the draft picks, when you bring in the kid Kalen Carson to now cover your opponent's number one receivers like A.J. Browns and Jamar Chases, and we saw what they did to us this year with that, having that kid, no fault of his,
right.
It was just lack of experience. But you let Stephon Gilmore then walk out the door, while you don't backfill your injured starters, i.e. Bland, Diggs, with Howard and them, and you are not going to break the banks by letting them come in for a cup of coffee. But you can't rely on a young. Well, let me rephrase that. Yes, you do have to play them, but if you're still in playoff contention or you have a shot, you got to at least give yourself a chance. And I just think that you have to give Will McClay the credit card and let him go out and get a couple of, well, like I said the other day, custom-made suits. You got to let him go out there and get a few, man, to put this thing back into order. I also want to hit on there was a brother that was talking earlier about Saquon's wife saying the N-word, et cetera. Man, the dude was just he needs to be ashamed of himself. That, like someone said, if you said it then, you still thinking it now. So,
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you can't change. Unfortunately, she's still thinking that now. I don't care what nobody say.
Right.
And the next thing, man, I guarantee a lot is going to happen. That's what happened a couple years ago. When Philly loses, because I'm going to claim they lose, when they lose, they're going to be ready to fire Serrani, the coach. They're going to be ready to fire. They're going to be ready to fire Jalen Hurts. They're going to be ready to fire all these people, the fans. The fans going to want them all out of there, but they're going to still keep Big D in their mouth. They sit there and they talk about. I was listening to today, man. I was out and about today, and I just told some people. I think I was at one of the Walmart stores, and I said, "Now y'all want to come out with your gear on, but we as Cowboys fans, we never seen you out here with your gear on.
Right.
Now you want to flaunt it, but they're gonna be ready to have all of those players gone, man. Come tomorrow." The next thing too, man. I truly believe that they can do this thing with Myles Garrett because we have no state taxes here in Texas.
Right.
But with that, I was listening to some brother talk. I don't know if it was 30 for 30 or something. He was talking to the young rookies as far as how the contracts work, and I didn't know this. So he said the minimum salary for all the players, whether it's vet or rookies. And I was looking at it, and it was like for the rookies, it's $795,000. It went up this year,
right?
And then in year 2, it's $870, and then year 3 is $940. Mm-hmm. So what I'm saying is the way that God was describing it, if you got signed for a $5 million contract, he wanted them kids to understand you're not taking home $5 million, because by the time you pay your state taxes in Georgia or New York or wherever you at where you pay state taxes, now that 5 is going to turn into 2.5, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, but guess what? I still haven't bought Mom's a house. So now I got to go buy Mom's a house because you got all these other things mapped out that you planning on doing with your $5 million. By the time you actually do what you had planned to do, you sitting on $200,000, okay? So it's not like you're getting that $5 million. So that's why a lot of these guys are going to the guaranteed money portion of their contract and pushing it 3 or 4 years down the road. But contractual wise, they're all making the minimum salary, which is $700, which is, as I said, in year 3, let's just say year 3 after the first contract, you're still at $940,000. You're going to get that automatically. But then it's that $5-8 million that you're not really going to see that based on your location and where you live in, man. So I just want the fans to understand that, man, that it's not, the money is not everything that it sounds like it turns out to be. And I know this firsthand because my brother-in-law went through it. You're not making $8 million. So, but it's still a lot of money. It's still a blessed part of you having that money, but you're not, you're making an $8 million contract. You're not walking out of there with $8 million. It's just not going to happen that way.
And 30 to 33%, Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam, oh my gosh.
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly.
But the smartest person who tried to get around it was Caleb Williams. He's like, look, can you just pay my business, basically?
Yeah.
The business LLCs and some business corporations. That's where we designed to get the most of your money with the tax cuts. But individuals, and I think most players, these players are what, 1099, aren't they? They're not really signed under the W-2s and stuff. So every game, they 1099, y'all. So when you say, hey, no state taxes in Texas, you're only counting for the games that you play, those 8 games or the 7 or 8 games that you play out of the year. But if you play on the road for more than a year, you make less money. Depending on state.
Now, if you want to say a positive to this, because this would happen to my brother-in-law. At the end, once you retire, say you injury retire, the NFLPA,
right,
you actually get a check. They mail you a check. It could be for $1 million. It could be whatever. So call it an injury settlement. So you will get every player that's been in. You have to give them at least 3 years or more. You get an injury settlement that's mailed to you, and because it comes in a white pack and it says NFLPA. You do get a check for that. So that's a positive thing, man. The last thing I want to say, man, is I heard you're talking about the touring of the stadium. So I know the way it was with us, Law, when in 2009 when the stadium opened. I think I brought this up to you before. I owned 2 seats there. So my cousin was in marketing for the Cowboys. He's now with the Philadelphia Phillies, the baseball team. And I was actually deployed.
No, wow.
And and he knew I was a big time Cowboy fan. So he sent me the contract in Iraq.
Wow.
I literally filled out the contract in Iraq, man, and purchased 2 seats on the 247 level. So it's on the visitor side. So what happened, if you think about, I don't know if you noticed or not, but what Jerry did, because he knew that people just didn't have $10,000 just to spend on one pop on a seat. So my seat, my wife's seat, I ended up paying $5,000 per seat, but he financed it over 26 years at 1%, right? So you look at those people, man, that have the seat option. Those seats are financed, Law, unless you just have $10,000 or $20,000 sitting around somewhere, right? So what happens is I get an invoice every March. So the invoice comes through March, so it's $103 per seat. So I pay $206. But then guess what's coming in June? Season tickets. So all those tickets, those season tickets are coming through in June for all the seat holders. So in our case, we get 8 regular season games and 2 preseason games. But the preseason games are probably going to change if it's up to the commissioner. So you get a total of 10 games. So by the time you pay for in my case, the 2 seats, you've paid $2,000 because you're talking, $1,000 per seat, right? Eight regular season games, 2 preseason games, right? Now, whether you go to the games or not, that's up to you. But they do allow you to put it in it's like a Dallas management account. So if you can't make the game, you can turn around and sell them. Especially like the Thanksgiving Day games. I don't get a chance to get to those. We played the Raiders. I ended up selling them to an attorney here in Austin. So I sold her and her husband. They're big-time Cowboy fans. Texas fans, Cowboy fans, right? So I sold them tickets. But anyway, man, long story short, I'm going to get off this phone. You got other callers. But at that time, Lord, they only gave even the seat holders us, man. We didn't even get a chance to tour the stadium. We toured our section. Wherever we were in section, wherever you paid for, that was your tour. Damn. That's it. Yeah, that was your tour. I couldn't go down to we call them the club seats, right? So I'm right next to the club seats. I couldn't go down to the club seats. I couldn't go down on the field. No one could do that. So you stayed in your location. You was escorted, and everybody that was in our section, we had an escort. So you got to, sit down, get comfortable, look at it, just pretty much take it all in, right?
Yeah.
That was your tour. But you're right. You're not going to just go in there and say, man, I'm just going to go and start touring instead. It doesn't work that way. As far as they're concerned, you might be trying to set a bomb or something.
Right.
You know what I'm
right.
So
you're on the money with it.
Exactly. Exactly. That's why they don't do it, brother. Okay, man. But I appreciate everything, man. I'm just sitting here enjoying the show, man. And the callers I've heard the talk before me, man, they're speaking some good things, man. Let's get into this free agency. I know people, they'll sit there and say, we don't need to spend this much, or it's not Jerry's fault. Yes, it is Jerry's fault.
Yeah, you got to spend the money,
Jerry's
man.
fault. I'm not blaming no damn players. It's Jerry's fault. You got to go get the people. You got to spend some money. Quit being freaking cheap. When you do that, things will change.
No doubt, Dr. Q, man. I appreciate you, man. Enjoy. Are you still over the overseas and everything?
No.
States?
No. Remember, I was telling you last time that I'm going to renew the contract. Man, the money's too good.
Okay,
so
good.
I'm going to renew the contract. Yeah. I'm doing a 4 months. I'm kind of like decompressing for 4 months.
Yeah.
Just kind of, laying low here, and then I'm going to head back over there.
No doubt, man. I appreciate you, man. I got your number jotted down. So if I ever need $20, I got you, man. I'm gonna call you.
Hey, you know what, man? Last thing, man.
Right.
How do I subscribe and donate to your show, man? Because I was sitting there, I'm like, man, I want to send something to Law, but I see like a little dollar sign here, but I've never actually tried to. I don't know if I need to click that on to send you something. Is that what you sent? Because I'm on the YouTube, watching you on YouTube. So
if you want to send the kind, you know what I'm saying, that is not going to take 30%, you can go to PayPal. Hey man, you know, Google take 30%. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to just help brother out a little bit more, you know what I'm saying, go to my PayPal right here, and it's on the screen right now, or go to my Cash App and just slide it off in there. You know what I mean? But it's either way, you know what I'm saying, and I keep that on the screen for a second there, so you can get set things good for me. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for calling in, bro.
Okay,
yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Take care now.
Yes, indeed. That's Dr. Q, y'all. Y'all put your hands together for Dr. Q, man. And we gonna go over. I got some super chats that I got to get to. Yeah, shoot. You know me. You know what I'm saying. I ain't too proud to ask for $100. You know what I'm saying here and there. But Samson says, and I appreciate your support, Samson. He says, I remember Zeke rookie year. He was giving the Legion of Boom all what they was asking for. Hey, you ain't lying, though. You know what I'm saying? You ain't lying. And shout out to Sadiq. She just sent me 25 lighters on the dresser.
Get the money out, all of it.
For my steak.
Come on.
Yeah.
Wasting my time now.
Come on. Come on. Yeah, it's PayPal. You can pay a pal. I'm your greatest pal here, ladies and gentlemen. So if you guys are having problems, submitting any payments over, just go to PayPal. You know what I'm saying? And we can get things rocking and rolling there. And I see also Bobby. He says, Shotty going to shoot his shot in Jerry's. Come on, man. Come on.
Take the money out, all of it.
Shit. Hey.
Wasting my time now.
That boy right there, boy. Boy, Shotty, man, go shoot his shot, and y'all can read the rest of it, man. Come on, man. Jerry got something for you.
Get your damn act together. Don't like your attitude.
He don't like your attitude, Bobby, but we appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Here's another thing that I want to get to, and I appreciate everybody who tried to call in and who couldn't get in, but I appreciate you. But let's talk about this money thing right quick to help people understand what my guy Dr. Q was saying.
I'm going to show you a real NFL contract and how it works. He gets a $9.9 million signing bonus. And he gets $750,000, which is the league minimum. $10.7 million he's getting, but now he got to pay Uncle Sam. Federal taxes are $4 million. Then state taxes in Michigan are almost $700,000. And then he's got to pay something called the jock tax. You might know what that is? If you're an NFL player, pro athlete, whatever, you have to pay taxes in every single state you play. So you play for the Dallas Cowboys that has no state income tax, great. Like Will Levis plays in Nashville, right? Tennessee has no state tax, that number's 0. But then, when you go play in California, guess what happens? You pay tax in that state. You've gone from $10.7 to $5.8 million. So half your money is gone and you have not spent a dollar. And guess who doesn't know that? The people asking you for money. All they see is in the paper, you getting $10.7 million. I saw the NIL deal, you getting $300,000. Give me some of that. Give me $100,000. You got $200,000 left. And if you don't know no better, yeah, okay, cool. All right, yeah, I got you, Mom. You raised me. Here's $100,000. I got $200,000 left. Uncle Sam goes, all right, but I need $150,000 of that. You only have $150,000. You gave 9% of your money to your mom. So you didn't know. It's about putting a plan in place. If you know this going in, you can do everything you want to do if you plan. If you don't, you're playing catch up. We can simplify all this stuff. That's our goal. Everybody has different responsibilities. Our goal is to make sure whatever yours are, we help you navigate it. I'm going to show you
So I know the volume may have been low. You got to bump it up a little bit. But Smooth was telling them the truth about that, Because first thing they're going to do is buy Mama and them a house, Pookie and Ray got this business plan that I want to put together, And I've been trying to tell y'all that I can sell air. It's just going to be put into a jar and it's going to be California air. California air is a little different from Mississippi air. And we're going to put those in jars and we're going to ship them off, and people will do that, right? And I guess people laughed at the first guy who said, hey, he's going to sell water, right? I'm going to put water in bottles. I'm going to ship it off. They laughed at him first. But people will be able to take all of your money from you before you even start your career. So shout out to you, Lawson, for the 99 stars. Appreciate you so much. So, yeah, Dak on filter. You better call Frenkel and Frenkel. So what my guy was saying, Dr. Q, was right on the money, and that jock tax. Ooh, look, I told my tax preparer, I said, man, is there any way, good Lord, is there any way I can claim Uncle Sam on these? Because I took care of him. Yeah, I took care of Uncle Sam all year. Is there any way I can claim Uncle Sam? Because Uncle Sam takes a lot of percentages out of your checks, man. And shoot, y'all know I'm telling the truth. Man, Uncle Sam takes too much, man. Yeah, the income tax. And the state of Texas, it stands for taxes, because that's what it stands for. Property taxes. And I was looking at, I first moved here, I said, okay, Mississippi, you pay a little $100, $200 for property taxes. State of Texas, you pay $10,000 on property taxes. So I say, look, man, hey, they say no state taxes here in Texas. I said, give me state taxes so I won't pay $10,000 in property taxes. And then I looked down and I said, yeah, ISDs. I said, what is this? What is this ISD? Why I got to pay $4,000, damn near $5,000 for ISDs? And they say, well, law, that's independent school district. You got to pay for that. My kids go to private school. I pay it twice. I might snatch the kids out of private school and put them in the independent school district because you're paying it anyway, And in the school districts here where I'm at, it ain't that good, But no offense, to the councilman and the local people that runs the school districts over here on this side of the world. But what I'm saying is that, man, taxes is a lot, dog. It's a lot. So it's just getting crazy. Law getting blessed with people, income tax money. Come on, send it over. Y'all getting them income tax checks.
Take the money out, all of it. Come on. You're wasting my time now. Come on.
And none of this stuff is in the Constitution, right? But if you don't pay them, it'll be a knock at your door. Who gonna argue with the IRS? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but like according to the Constitution, I don't have to pay these taxes. All right, But yeah, according to this law, you gonna be in jail. No one is above the law that we makes over here. So yeah, pay taxes and move on. You ain't lying, Matt Batten. All right. So one other thing that my guy was talking about that I want to share.
Funny. After 13 years in the National Football League, I wait 5 years to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, correct? Correct. Guess what else happens at 5 years? Your insurance just got turned off. Didn't know that. So for me, in my 13 years of going into the Hall, also now it's time for you to go find insurance. So who go insure somebody who played 65% of the snaps in the National Football League for 10 plus years in the trenches? That wouldn't be a very good investment for you as an insurance company, would it? This is the whole totality of it. When I tell you about a system, from start to finish, from the time you walk in almost naked, because they love showing that Tom Brady thing, boy. Tom Brady looked bad in that combine. Funny. So that's Sapp. He said after 5 years, you play well, you get inducted into the NFL Hall of Fame. You qualify for it. But also after 5 years, they turn the monies off. So when you go to get your insurances and try to get approved for it, them premiums are high. I'm talking about John Legend high. So it keeps you from doing that. But neither here nor there. If you guys somehow watching this show and you realize, hey, man, this dude didn't talk about nothing about the draft or what we need and what we want. He didn't say none of that stuff. Hey, man, I need to change this title, but I appreciate everybody for tuning in and being part of these episodes. But the Tankathon did a mock draft
and we're just going to touch on it and give y'all a chance to go to bed, okay? Yeah. So some people watching like, Lord, no, man.
Are you shitting me?
Yeah.
Are you shitting me?
Yeah, I am a playmaker. But neither here nor there. We got the 12th pick, and they got us going with the beloved Ashton Genty once again on their mock draft. And then when I click on the star, they have us going with Cam Williams from the Hook'em Longhorns. That sounds like another name that we used to have here. Is that Connor Williams, right? I'm scared as hell of Williams coming from Longhorns, but neither here nor there again. They got us going with Cam this time from the second round, 44th pick, and then they got us going with Savion with the 76th pick. Great that draft right there, you know. Let me know how y'all feel about that. Shout out to you, Angie. Shout out to you, Matt Batten, J Business. Appreciate you. Of course, Cam is nice. I'm going to have to look up some tape on Cam. But they got him going in the second round. And that's trenches, you know. And that's still a skilled player with Savion Williams who may need to develop a little bit, right? And we would talk about that on another date. But before we get on up out of here, man, do me a huge favor, ladies and gentlemen. Be sure to hit that like button, share this content. Let people know where to go when it's time to tune in to the late night hype. You know, Law Nation Sports. We continue to grind and shine. If I offended anyone, charge it to my beard or charge it to my Cash App. If I offended you, go over here to this Cash App and help a brother out, right? Or go to my PayPal, pay a pal. I ain't too proud to beg. Yes, indeed. I've seen people out there at Walmart, you go buy something, they say, hey, would you like to donate $2 to this campaign? I'm like, you the ones with the billions. Y'all need to donate to me. Hook 'em, Longhorns, yeah. So I ain't too proud to beg. Cowboy Nation. Shout out to you, John, for sending $5. And shout out to Sally Lawyer for sending $20. Appreciate you. That's $25 too. So appreciate you for supporting the nation, as well as Sadiq for the PayPal. You paid a pal. And she said that's for that steak you ate, you know. Yeah, I might have to show you a picture of that steak that I ate. And shout out to Donald. You know who you are, the general manager of that restaurant, who said, Law, I got a Wagyu steak for you. I said, okay, all right. Appreciate you. But when the end comes for me, let it find me conquering a new mountain, not sliding down an old one, Angie. Ain't this right? They say the path for the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. But blessed is he. Y'all remember that? I've been saying that for years. JD from DC. Not my government name. That's you? John? That's you? Yeah. Come on with it, man. I appreciate you.
Take the money out, all of it. Come on.
He says,
Wasting my time now. Come on.
in that movie, he says, I think it was Samuel Jackson played in that movie. Pull a string and I wink at you. I'm your puppet. What's the name of that? Soul Man. He said, I'm going to shower shave and eat me a steak about the size of your motherfucking back. You know, I would say the whole thing. Yeah, late night law, good show tonight, brother. I'm your brother, don't you know? Pittman, come on with it. God bless you. Come on with it. I say these things over and over again. I say these things over and over again, but it's about the attitude of your mind. Yeah, your attitude will set your altitude, right? I'm your brother. Oh, yeah. He said, Father, F you, you know. But if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night, to give up your time, to give up your peace in your sleep, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything taut to your cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, baby, if you will go out there and sweat for it and fret for it and long for it and lose all terror of your mind. If you would simply, just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength, sagacity, with faith, hope, confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold or the poverty or the famish or fame or the sickness of the body or brain can turn you all away from the thing you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset, with the help of Almighty Cowboy Nation and everyone that's listening, you will get it, baby. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all to the stars and back.
They can come closer than close. Yeah.
Come on with it. And just want to run it up, J Business.
They never will be.
Come on with it. Time to run it up, baby. Oh.
I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check, no drip this, tell them run it up, no sleep, no rest, might crash, might wreck, but first I tell them run it up, I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check, no drip this, tell them run it up,
hey, all of it, baby,
might crash, might wreck, but first I tell them run it up, 9 out of 10, roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely,
all right.
To a savage.
Shout out to y'all. One love.
I love my fans, don't need no friends. I got my homies.
Got my homies with me.
I could trust you. I find out you try to zone me.
Don't zone law, baby. Number one. Come on with it.
The first one in, the last one out. Can't call me lazy.
Can't call law lazy.
Send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ.
Cowboys. Come on, let's get it.
I wake up, flex,
come on,
down now, check, no drip this, tell them run it up, no sleep, no rest, might crash, might wreck, but first I tell them run it up, I wake up, flex, down
come on,
check, no drip this,
shout out to you, Littles, I see you, Lynn Littles, appreciate you, Matt Batten, Garcia, Seabass, AJ, come on with it.
Call up Nigeria, come through in a hurry.
Come on.
Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself, they're getting buried.
All right.
This with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain.
Not my mama, come on with it.
I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name.
Law Nation.
I wake up, flex, thumb down now,
come on,
no drip this, tell them run it up, no sleep, no rest, might crash, might wreck, but first I tell them run it up, I wake up, flex,
if you didn't hit that like button, baby,
no drip this,
run it up, baby, no sleep,
crash, might wreck, but first I tell them run it up.
Are you shitting me?
Good night. Sleep tight. Roll up like a blunt in that bed. Who sleep with the fan on? Put the fan in your face. Put the fan on, man. Come on with it. Yep.
Take a drag of my cigarette. Breathe me out.
I'll breathe you in. Yeah.
Take a bite of my burger, babe. Solid guy. Damn, so you be be stressing me the fuck out, man. I'm sick of this shit, man. Sometimes, bro, I wish I would never met you, bro. I wish I would have just kept on with my life and never met you. I should never said nothing to you. Shawty, if I knew you were going to straighten me out like that, I would have gone on with my life, bro. I'd be living a single life, happy as fuck. But now I'm still right here sad, mad, and got that down there crying because of you, bro. And these niggas over here calling me tumor. Come on, I can't stop blowing your phone up. Damn, Shawty, you be making me look stupid as fuck, man. Why the fuck I had to meet you, bro? I cannot wait till I get over you, Shawty. As soon as I get over you, I'ma celebrate, Shawty. I swear I hate this shit, man. This shit lame as hell. And I know you see me calling you. I know you over there with your bald head ass friend. Y'all over there laughing at me because y'all see me calling your phone, bro. Y'all be making jokes shit. You active on social media, but you can't pick up the phone. When I call from private, you down there pick up the phone. When I call from my number, you don't want to pick up the phone, bro. You lame as fuck, bro. Fuck, bro. You be scratching me out, bro.
All at one.
Don't let the street
Oh boy, need a blunt. He needs some Hennessy. Oh, he need to go to prayer room, the prayer closet. Come on with it. Street lights hit you. Whoever been like that? Somebody put in the chat, I've been there and I done that. You know. What more do you want from me?
What more do you want from me?
Tomorrow he need to be at the church house, huh? Come on, choir.
Then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, so far.
That would make him feel better, money making mall. That would make.
Fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on. I just wanna run it up. Kinda check or something. I'm really in the feel like
Ready? Running from it. Destiny arrives all the same.
I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. I have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah. Kinda check us on. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
It's an evil world we live in.
Lately, I just wanna run it up. Need them ones, I need them fives. Need them tens, I need that change. To the safe, got blues inside. Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I still save and roll my change. Take some losses when I play, charge it to the game. I'm with L, yeah, I'm with T Black, I'm with Reverend now.
Who will law?
Yeah, I'm with J, yeah, I'm with
Who will law?
Still the same, not switching sides, now it's about loyalty. You switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth more to me. I mix Nike with designer, I experiment. You just rock what's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it too legit. I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Come on with it.
Don't need no deals, I make the deal. I have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Hey, hey.
Kinda check us on. Lately, I just wanna run
With the 12th pick, the Dallas Cowboys select Ashton Jetty.
Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah.
Come on.
I just be off the dome.
Yeah.
I never own no chrome. Too many foes and clones. Yeah.
Come on.
I be at home alone. I be in zones alone. I be on road alone. I be really in the field. Love the rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. I have to take
DJ Law.
I just wanna run
What
it
more
up.
do you want from me?
Kinda check us on. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Lately, I
Evil
just
world we
wanna
live in.
run it up.
They can come closer than close. Yeah.
Take the money out!
Original, they never will be.
Barton!
What is your profession?
What's your profession?